Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome to Nomad the North. Today I'm going to do a review of the Karl von Schönberg, the Tier 6 Premium Destroyer that just got released a couple weeks ago, and why this is a very hard boat to play. And right off the bat in the beginning of a match, you're going to ask yourself, hey, why is NavSig turning away from the fleet and heading over to the A1 line? A10 line. I'm going to explain that in a minute, but first, let's go look at how the boat is spec'd out, okay, and what it looks like now. Alright, so let's talk about the specs of the actual boat itself and what it can do with the Schönberg. She's essentially a God A class with some differences, so when you go through the equipment and whatnot, but I do want to actually show you more about the God A itself and how that works. So I'll go to Tech Tree here first quickly, and we'll take a look. As I mentioned, she's just like the God A, as you can see. Same kind of guns, same torpedoes, same depth charges, same just about everything. But she's missing a few key points. So back into equipment. For me personally, I do start off with taking main armament on all my destroyers. I do take engine room protection. I do take main battery modification to turn, especially with German boats because the turrets are slow. And of course, propulsion modification. But if you look down below, you're going to see two things she's missing: hydro and smoke. She has an engine boost, which gives her a good boost up there, puts her over 40 knots. And she has repair party, or heel, but no smoke and no hydro. So they've taken the best of German destroyers, in my opinion, this whole new line, and kind of removed it. She is a hard boat to play. But moving on for me for exterior, here's all the flags I take straight up, and I see that I forgot one, so I'm going to click on that and move forward with that. But pretty straightforward. I take the best camo I can get to keep the most amount of concealment. Now I'll just head over to Untitled Chapter, my destroyer build. Here are my captain skills. Pretty straightforward. Especially grease the gears and preventative maintenance and torpedo reload boost, or torpedo reload. I'll show you why in a minute here. So her armament and survivability. So survivability is 1650. Main armament for her down below is 4 150mm guns. It fires 7 seconds. You do have a maximum HE damage of 1750 with a 38mm pen and AP shells of 3700. She can punch, but she reload is 7 seconds. It's not like a T61, which is like 3 seconds and change. But she's, like I said, she's a God A. Not to be confused with Sade, the singer. Next thing I want to look at for me is the torpedoes. This is another problem I have. 2 quad launchers, 7.5 kilometer range. The T61, the God A, have 8 kilometer torpedoes. I know the T61 does, and I'm pretty sure the God A does too. So again, it's a bit hard, and I'll show you why this is hard and met with concealment. Depth charges, pretty straightforward. You get over submarine drop depth charges. AA, she has a bit better AA than the God A, but destroyers don't have AA in the game. It's a pain. That's why the smoke screen comes in handy. Especially you'll see in the game, and I have a lot to say about the boat. One good thing, base with a flag is 3.8 for her speed, which I think is fantastic. Turning radius is pretty standard. Her rudder shift time is pretty good at 4 seconds. That I'm actually very happy with overall. And the last thing, which is a problem because you don't have smoke, the T61 can get down to 6.1. You have a 6.6 detectability, same as the God A. You can be seen quite a bit, and not having smoke is a bit of a problem. So, and I can't remember what the detectability is in smoke when you shoot. But hey, let's go back to the match, and I'm now going to tell you why I'm running away. Alright, like I said, back to the game. So let's talk a little bit about some historical background for this boat, shall we? Karl von Schönberg is based on the AG Vulcan Stenton Type 1934 destroyer design, just like the Ernest God A. The design itself called for a 1,500-ton destroyer able to reach 38 knots and armed with 4-deck mount, either 128mm, which are 5-inch guns, or 150mm guns, which her and the God A have, as well as 2 quad torpedo launchers. Initially wanted triple torpedo launchers, but that didn't happen. Unfortunately, the design was later abandoned as the Navy was asking for a 5th gun and longer travel range. However, these requirements the Navy just couldn't meet. In World of Warships, Karl von Schönberg is pretty much a copy and paste of the Ernest Scott, as I said before, with 150mm guns and with some small tweaks to the anti-air. As I mentioned, unlike the Gaudet, Karl doesn't have smoke generator or hydroacoustic, which you'll see later on in this game becomes a problem. But instead, repair party, or heal, same as high-tier British destroyers, but pretty much that's it. So when we're looking at the game, we can actually start watching it. So here I am heading towards, I said earlier, the A10 line. So, you know, as the magic button goes, what's up, right? Well, this is my second game in the boat. I end up having an average of, according to the stats site, super unicom damage in this boat overall. But I've only won 25% of the missions in it. It's a difficult boat to play. The reason why I'm doing this is every single match I've played in this game, I have had 2 aircraft carriers against me. I think in this one I've got, they're all tier 6, but don't quote me on that. I've even had 2 games with nothing but tier 8s. I've never had tier 4s. They're all been tier 6 and tier 8s. It makes it hard. The game before this, I was doing 2 brothers the first time I played it. I went off towards the decap on my end. Going wide, which you're doing, trying to spot. I had a figure that the Mitsuki was going to be there, and he did. But I got spotted, and as soon as the aircraft saw me, the other one did a 90-degree turn and came right at me as well. We were the only 2 destroyers in the game. My game was over from start to finish in under 3 minutes. So when you first get a premium boat, you put Gunter Lintons on it, and this is what you get. It's like, okay, and I would love to have had smoke to pop it away and run, but that wasn't the case. So it's a hard boat to play. And you're going to see here later on that the heal itself, it's nice to have it, but when you get drops on you, which you will see just to the right of me where that island is off to my starboard side, you'll see what I mean when the Kara drops on me. Right now I've got playing with 2 teammates. One's Navy Chick and one's P-Town. I'm actually letting my battleship and cruiser do the spotting for me right now. I need to find out where the carriers are. I do know where they are on the map. And now I am going to push up here. Again, being my second game, I did pretty good in this game, and I kind of figured out how to play it. But again, let's just watch. Right now I'm making a beeline for that island. I noticed that the enemy is starting to hide behind that island, which means I can give somewhat mutual detection. It'd be nice if it had hydro and help spot, but that's not the case. And I will say at the end of the game that there is something funny that happens between me and my clanmates that I decided just to do something. You know the term YOLO, you only live once, so yeah. Anyway, I can see what these guys are doing. It is what it is. Another thing to keep in mind about this boat, when you hit the speed boost and or normal driving, it can reduce your speed tremendously. Not kidding. You doing a turn, it'll drop you by 10 knots. It's hard, and it can be a bit of a killer thing. The one thing I did take as a captain skill, you just noted it started up, was I can't remember the name of it, but it's the captain skill where if I shoot, the enemy can't hit me within 15%. It reduces their chance of hitting me, which does have help. It can also help, by the way, here it comes again, with the aircraft. So if you hit that and aircraft's coming, just shoot the island, for instance, it reduces the aircraft carrier's ability to actually bomb you by 15%, 15%. It does actually help. But again, I'm doing my thing here. I'm just testing out the AP shells and see what I get for damage here as I shoot the Arizona. And now you can see that I've got a German battleship there with secondaries. The Mackinson, I know that quite well. I've got a Bonyonyi who has hydro. It's going to be a problem for a little while. But again, I'm trying to push up to this island. Now I'm detected, so I'm telling my team right now, or P-Town's telling the team, but there's a destroyer right to my right. I shouldn't be detected right now. Now I would love to have smoke and drop my torps, but that's not going to happen. And having 2 aircraft and you're a destroyer, it's a bit of a pain. I'm going to get in position here at this island. And we are, like the other game, getting our butts handed to us. But here's where she does shine. The Bunyani's got torpedoes. I got hydro up, and I'm detected. I don't know what this guy was thinking. Like he thinking he's gonna charge out at me and hurt me. I'm like, no, you're not, dude. You are, however, going back to port. But here's another drawback. I have over a minute. That extra few seconds compared to a T-61 in reloading torpedoes does make a difference, and you'll see at the end of the game. I wish I had the, I think my T-61 61 seconds. It would have made a big difference at the very end. I don't think we would have won, maybe, but yeah, spoiler alert, we lose the game. But it was still fun at the end. But again, you're taking pot shots, and now the German battleship's shown up, and he's got his hydro up, which I can't fault. I mean, it's a great thing to have hydro on German ships, but again, here comes the plane. And I think this is the drop right here. We'll see about heel. Oh, no, he missed that one. But what I'm doing is I'm basically defending this cap. I'm trying to keep it and do whatever I can. But I can't get a clean shot. The Bunyani's got to finish. Now I've got my torpedoes up. Again, I was hoping I was going to take out two of these guys as best as possible, but that's not the case. Some of the big disadvantages of this compared to the French destroyers or the IKEA boats is the IKEA boats torpedoes reload much quicker and they go really fast. I mean, you got fast torpedoes at 86, 90 some odd knots, and then you've got the speed that they can actually do, which is really good. Same with the French. I mean, the reload's not fantastic, but they've got speed. Leningrad's another good example of a Russian destroyer that can do over 50 knots. That would help, I think. I believe the biggest flaw of this boat is its detectability. If you have the captain skills to get it down to either 6 or 6.1, like the Jura is 6 kilometers would make a big difference. Detectability by air, if it was reduced down to like the Japanese destroyers at, 2 or 2.1, would again make a bigger difference. Now I took out the other hydro boat, which was important. I'm trying to see how much damage I can do on the Arizona, which is not very much. And here comes the, carrier. Again, I am his primary response to having fun. And this guy, Fuso, I'm not sure what he's doing. Now that just took half my health. When you have a carrier that can drop and take half your health, yeah, the heal means nothing. It's kind of hard. Now again, the Arizona doing his thing. And I think he's trying to run away. And there's the Arizona. And if you notice this entire game, I'm being focused by the carriers completely. You're without smoke, you really can't disengage, and with 2 carriers in each match, this boat is impossible to play to a point. Certainly, like, don't get me wrong, I think I ended up getting 3 kills here in the game, but and I'm the best player on the team, but. Again, it's hard to play when you're getting super Unicom damage levels and 3 or 4 kills. It's frustrating. And there's my 3rd kill of the game. And yet here comes the next one. Like, these guys know exactly where I am, and there's nothing I can do to get away. And you notice how you turn and you drop almost 6, 7, 8 knots. It's hard. The more you try to turn away, the more you lose speed. Now, at this point in the game, I have a good idea where the carriers are. So, I'm done being nice. I'm going to go YOLO them. I'd scare the crap out of them. Wait till you see up north towards the The 7 eye line, that's where they're hanging out, right behind the island, as always in this map. They're not even good at hiding themselves. So we'll just go up here and have a little fun with YOLO. I know we're not going to win the game, so whatever. And unfortunately, you see in the top right-hand corner, our CV, ignore the destroyer. That's the problem with these two CV players, really good. They actually went after me and did the best they could, which I thought was good. But our CV players just went after the battleships for damage. You've got to take out the DDs. Now, this is the part where I like the T-61 reload over this boat. It's that extra 20 seconds that makes a huge difference in what I'm about to do. If I had the T-61 and I have a video where I actually did this, where I went up all the way around a map and killed both carriers by doing this. But again, it'd be nice to have a bit more range and a bit overall. Now I have to give this ranger some credit. This guy was actually doing pretty good. He was just sitting there. This is the spawn point, but he now knows that he's being spotted and targeted. I am trying to actually draw off time because my teammates, my clanmates, are going to head over to the right there and head north, as you see. They're going to physically go after the rest of the enemy. So, in a while, I'm going to have a fury of aircraft over me, and I don't care. It's just still fun. And we are trying to kill them. This is a good thing about going to Linton. When you spot, I believe it's 3, you actually get more heals, which is nice. And now I'm detected by the aircraft. They know exactly where I am again. And he's doing something. He's dropping torpedoes, which I found to be funny. I mean, nice try. This ranger player was really good. This guy was not stupid. But I gotta be honest, don't try to drop torpedoes on a ship. That Thunder Destroyer, that's just a bad idea. No, this guy is trying to run away. So again, the speed difference makes a problem. I'm just almost shy of 41 knots. And of course, I've only got 2 torpedo launchers, so I got 2 carriers to deal with. Let's see how much damage I can do to them. 2 fires, half my health again. Yeah, that's not good. The heal, basically, it's nice to have, but it's got to be bigger and better with the actual heal to make it worthwhile. So I mean, let's face it, I've lost 3/4 of my health and 2 drops from aircraft, and I think it's 3 fires. CVs are still OP, and when you're a destroyer with absolutely no capabilities, or no smoke and no hydro, it's a problem. This guy did a good job of dodging my torpedoes. Now I'm about to die. It is what it is. But it was fun. If you noticed, all the planes overhead, I mean, that's distract them for a while. So my team's not going to win this match. It is what it is. But overall, if I had to rate the boat, I mean, I give the T-61 a 5 out of 5. I'd probably give this about a 1.5 maybe. You have to know how to play it, and you don't play it like an IKEA boat. You do not play it like a French boat. You do not have the speed, and you do not have the torpedo capabilities. It is an ambush boat, as you saw. So against cruisers and battleships with hydro, I still took 2 of them out, the Bunyani and the Mackinson. And the Arizona, he realized his day was over when his other 2 friends went down. So, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. I do appreciate you guys coming out and take a look. So, as always, take care, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.